and heartbroken. There's terrible sadness, terrible grief, some anger, and the emotions really run the gamut.
So how are you speaking to your congregation about what's happened? And what about children?
Great question. We are getting together with people in lots of different ways. We have an early childhood center. We have a religious school. We have an elementary school, day school. So we are thinking about all of our different populations in different ways and customizing our approach to make sure that it's developmentally appropriate, but we're giving everybody a space to feel this pain. That's the main thing we're doing in emails and Zoom meetings and in-person meetings and all the ways that we can connect.
You're doing what you can. So a lot of Jewish people in LA have close ties to Israel. Have you heard from people who've lost friends or loved ones in the attacks?
We have many, many Israeli congregants, and I would say that beyond that, almost everybody, all the meetings that we've had in the last few days, we start by asking people who they're worried about or who, God forbid, they've lost. And there's no meeting that people didn't have somebody. So we have congregants who just came back from Israel. We have a congregant whose child was just drafted back into the army and left for Israel. We have people who have family members whose names are on the hostage list. We have people who have, it's been confirmed that they have lost people. We've got congregants and community members in every facet of this.
So, of course, as you know, this comes at a time when anti-Semitism in the U.S. is on the rise. So in your view, does this heighten a sense of insecurity for Jewish people?
For a lot of people, it is creating a great deal of fear. I spoke with somebody today who said it reminds her of Kristallnacht, which is the incident that for many people kicked off the horrors of the Holocaust. And God forbid, we're certainly hoping that will not be what this turns out to be, but it strikes a very deep chord of fear.
I want to ask you, many people are sympathetic to the plight of Palestinian people in this country and around the world. And some people accuse Israel of overseeing an apartheid state in Palestinian areas. So given these deep and historic divides, how, in your view, do the two sides move forward? And is the hope still for peace?
Such a great question. I want to say a couple of things. One is we have to find the humanity in ourselves, and we have to find the humanity in each other. One of the teachings of our tradition from Pirkei Avot says that in a place where nobody is human, strive to be human. We have to be human. We don't have a choice. We have to find our humanity, and we have to find the humanity in the other. And to your other question, I'm torn between two poles. One that says this is a moment of such profound despair that we need to acknowledge that. And the other that says we Jewish people are asirei hatikva, which actually means we're prisoners of hope. We can't escape hope. We don't have any choice. So we feel the pain, we express the pain, we share the pain, and we find a way to hope.
Can you talk more about that, being a prisoner of hope? What do you mean by that?
Sometimes, to me, there are moments that we can't find hope. I would never look in the eyes of a grieving parent and tell that person what to feel. And I think we need to be honest about what the raw emotions are. And at the same time, one of the reasons that we have been so persistent and stubborn in surviving is that it's like we're chained to hope. We don't have a choice. And sometimes the only hope you can imagine is hoping for hope, right? You can't see it yet, but maybe it's there. Maybe there will be a tiny, tiny little light to bring us forward.
I've been talking with Senior Rabbi Mari Chernow of Temple of Israel in Hollywood. Thank you so much for talking with me.
Thank you. I really appreciate it.
Stay safe.
You too.
You're listening to KCRW.